denying
he did
the pragmatic things he has accomplished. Do you personally believe he is God?
I have no knowledge that he is not, because I believe in my way, I believe that every man has a spark of God in him. And if this man's spark burns brighter than mine, so be it.
Fantastic. You know, you should have been a lawyer.
Thank you.
We're going to take a short break. Steve Kane on WIOD News Talk Radio 610. We'll be right back. We are back with you, Steve Kane on 610 WIOD. We have time for a few calls left. Let's go to Miami. You're on the air.
Hello. I'd like to direct these questions to Mr. Yahweh Ben Yahweh. I live in the Liberty City area, and I want to compliment you on some of your buildings, especially the one on 62nd Street, I believe, in Northwest or Northeast 2nd Avenue that you fixed up. It was really an eyesore, and I like what y'all done with it and cleaned it up, and it looks good, and it looks like a presentable place now. And
Praise
a few other buildings that I don't necessarily believe in your religious beliefs, but I like some of the things that I've seen that you've done in the community, and I don't have any problems with that whatsoever. But there are some questions that I have in my mind. I was riding down 22nd Avenue just the other night, and we counted the churches from 79th Street to 103rd Street, and there were like 7 churches, just empty shells, not really contributing anything to the community or trying to, help to better the position of the people in that community, 7 days a week there, except for Sunday and a few nights a week, there's nothing being done. And what I would like to know from you is, why is it necessary for the son of a black God, that has black followers to have a white attorney? And I don't understand why is it necessary to wear white robes? I don't think God is concerned with what we wear. I think he would be more concerned with what we had inside. And, I just would like to see the Yahweh become a more integral part of the community. And, see more drug programs.
All right, wait a minute. Let's stop. You asked 2 real good questions. I got to give, Yahweh a chance to answer them. He wants to know why you would have a white attorney.
Well, there's several reasons. One is there was an occasion several years ago when I asked several black attorneys, I won't call names, I'm sure they know their own names, just to be general counsel to our movement. And they seemed to have felt that I was too hot, or we were too hot. They had nothing to do with us. We offered them that golden opportunity. And then certainly by the time that we selected Attorney Ellis Rubin, he just expressed that he too had skepticism. But he was intelligent enough to search out the truth. And he had his reasons for doing that, and he found the truth. Now, my reasons for selecting him is simply that he's the best. I feel that he's divinely chosen by Yahweh himself, my Father, to represent us and do a divine work, and he's always done a good work in the community. Secondly, my basic reason for choosing him was a moral reason. When I saw and read and heard that this attorney was willing to go to jail to not allow perjury, not to represent a man who was willing to perjure himself in the front with foreknowledge, I knew that this was the moral man I was looking for. That takes care of why I chose him. He showed morality. Now, what was the second question?
Well, I just wanted to...
Why do we wear white? We wear white.
Why do you wear white, and why do the buses have to be painted white? Why do all the buildings have to be painted white? I mean, does it really matter? I mean, because it seems to, it gives that feeling of a cult, in the community. I try to sit down with my wife and along with my friends, and we try to rationalize some of the good things that Yahweh have done for the community, and then that feeling of that it's a cult, that it's necessary to strip you of everything you are. I mean, you were saying that that we were stripped of everything when we left Africa, and I can understand that, but I would expect you to understand that this is everything I know. I was born and raised here. This culture, it has given me every being that I know. They say every man is the sum total of his existence. So I don't feel, why is it necessary to give up the everything that I've known all my life in order to be, you know, a follower or anything like that?
All right, I'd like to address that by letting you know we have several programs whereby you can maintain your identity just as you are. We're an integral part of the community. In fact, I dare say that many of my followers and disciples are working right next to you. We work in the city government.
I don't think so.
Well, maybe not. Maybe
well,
not.
I think what Yahweh is saying is that they all are not dressed in the white garb.
Yeah, I understand what he's saying. But, you know, those are the ones that are most visible, I think, and that's where I was coming from. But, I mean, is Yahweh more, couldn't it become more of an integral part of the black community? Like I said, you know, by setting up drug rehab programs, you know, helping criminals that are in jail, or, you know, and right down from the apartment building that you have on 62nd Street and 12th Avenue. I mean, there are drugs being sold all around that building. You know, and, you know, I was driving past there one morning, and I see Yahweh is nice and clean and everything, and then the buildings around it are, you know, pretty much falling apart around it. Yahweh looks wonderful, but the rest of the community looks like it's going to pitch, you know.
Well, that only I appreciate what you're saying. I certainly appreciate what you're saying and your opinions. What that shows is that Yahweh is a beacon of hope. Yahweh is a light that is shining to show that a difference can be made right where we are. And that's what we're working hard to demonstrate. There are no drugs sold on our property or immediately on our property
right.
or on the sidewalks around our property.
Right.
We won't allow that. But in the other parts, it shows that other philosophies have failed. And I'm not inviting anyone that you have to give up anything. I am simply saying, let me share with you where we are. And if you come and take the time, just come and take a tour and really see of the businesses we have opened. We've opened up over 42 different types of businesses here in the community.
According to the Miami Times article in July of '87, at that time, the Yahwehs were worth an estimated $20 million. Has it grown? I would have
Oh, yes, we're growing every day all across the country. We're growing right here within this city. And you will find that we are the one group that does not talk about what we're going to do. We simply do it and then let it be a testimony. And you will find in the very, very near future, just by virtue of the fact that my disciples and followers directly gave the block vote to the incumbent mayor, making a difference in the community. And I say that we can make a difference, and I invite you to join with us, okay?
All right.
All right, we thank you very much for your call. I wish we had time to do more of this. We have practically a full board, but you do have to catch a plane. We do thank you for spending 2 hours with us. It has been a pleasure, and we will get together for dinner with Ellis when you get back. What city are you headed towards now?
We're going to Philadelphia, New Orleans, Atlanta.
You have temples in how many cities around the country?
37. And my teachings reach 1,200 cities, 16 countries.
Well, you're on the way.
Praise Yahweh.
It has been a pleasure meeting with you. Well, we will do this again. Ellis, always nice to see you, and we look forward to getting together with you and Irene.
Right.
We thank you and our listening audience for staying with us these first 2 hours. We're going to switch into open phones. I want to talk a little bit about the situation in Haiti and the suggestions that we become militarily involved down there, so we will do that for the last 2 hours of our program. You've been listening to The Steve Kane Show on WIOD News Talk Radio 610. We'll be back after the news.